I will move quite quickly and silently after the blood trail, away from the scene.
I feel myself that I somehow still would have felt a little bit safer in the witch hunter's company, because he seems to be knowing a little bit about rituals and what we could expect. But against my better judgment, I am following my friend.
So, you were here.
The south of the Toad Square.
Yeah, and the trail leads into this alley, and you are perfectly able to follow it to your blind stroke of luck. And it leads north and up to the palisade, and then it turns a little bit, and you see a long stretch of warehouses. It looks like they are, connected, but this is the plots. So the houses standing on them are not necessarily wall to wall. And after a little while, you come up to a door through which these bloody drippings take you. And it's a simple warehouse. It's maybe 10 meters wide. And
is there another entrance?
You start walking around the building. Yeah, there is a small window on the back. You can actually peer through it if you want to. All of you.
No, I suggest that Orlan stays in front at the door, ready with his sword if someone tries to rush out.
I agree.
Right. So you walk around, you two, and try to peer through the window. It's pitch black inside.
We're looking with Quark. Do you see anything?
It's completely black. In my camp equipment, do I have some sort of torch or something I can?
Yeah, you probably have that in the room.
That's true.
So is the window
with your horse? Yeah, should be possible. If not, it's glass window, so you should be able to crack it. Also, it's hitched from inside, so maybe you could try to get something in there. And
I'm looking at Quark, what he is trying to suggest here.
Well, we need to keep watch on the window so that the sorcerer doesn't escape our grasp.
Sure.
But perhaps it's best if we try to open the door. Someone stays here, keep watch. If someone tries to escape, we catch him.
And are you volunteering for this?
Yes, I can stay here. Tell Orlan to start pounding on the door, and we will see if he tries to.
All right. You watch for any movement and give a shout if you see any.
Yeah.
And I start moving back around to the front of the house.
Yes.
Yes, Orlan. Let's try and get in.
I get a fist and knock. Well, first of all, actually, I try and open the door. Is it locked?
Yes.
In that case, I'm going to...
But, I mean, it's not a very robust... It's not like... They are probably not keeping something very valuable inside, because it's not much of a door.
Yes, I give myself a good brace and get ready to barge the door down.
All right. You're at the back.
Yes, with my sword out and my shield ready.
Do you have something to produce, light?
Well, spells, I suppose.
Sunstone?
If you have the sunstone, you could use it much like a torch.
But it's not like I might take it out if we go in and it's dark. I have it in.
Yeah.
I guess.
Brilliant.
Okay.
I barge down that door.
It's totally dark inside, so you immediately pull out the stone. So it's a fairly large room inside, and there are crates. One in the middle of the floor, and then some others stacked against the walls. This one actually also on top of each other in some places when you walk around. And there's a smell in here. There's a smell, and you...
Me?
Yeah, this is the smell of death.
Oh.
Of decay.
I go in and I see that there are crates stacked immediately to my left. So I just go up to the first crate, hold my nose, and I bring out my dagger to sort of lift open the lid if I can.
I stick close to her. I'm not letting her go anywhere by herself.
As you do that, and you start to... It's nailed shut, so you have to pry it open. You hear something that must... coming from further inside the room, in the darkness. And it sounds like metal against metal, maybe a chain rattling, but only for a moment.
I twist around immediately to look that way and hold up the stone in the air to see if I see any movement.
The light doesn't illuminate more than halfway through the room.
Something further in, Ori.
Yes.
You
Cautiously
hear
come
it
with.
again. Oh, what must be a chain.
Stay behind me. I'll lead.
Do you watch through what's happening through the window?
I guess I can see the stone shining.
Yeah, exactly, and how they are closing in on you.
I put away my dagger again to have my hand free in case I need to throw a spell of some sort, and hold the sunstone in my other hand.
You pick up a little bit of sulfur.
Yes.
Ready in your
Rub
hand.
it in my fingers. Smells bad, but somehow drenches out the stench of death.
And that stench is growing the further in you go, and soon you also hear something that sounds like a murmuring sound, and you hear what must be slow scraping steps coming towards the light, towards the warmth, and out into the red glow from the sunstone comes a skinned corpse equipped with an armor, with a crowbar or something like that, a tool in one hand and a rusty chain in the other, hissing towards you.
Kvarik, get in
Dead
here!
eyes.
And I...
I've sword at the ready. Battle has begun.
And he comes in for an attack. He's got quick 10, so you have to roll again. You are quicker than he is. 9. Both of you are able to act before this undead warrior.
I cling on to the sunstone, feel the pulsating flame within, and I try to draw power from it. I try to use amplify flame to increase the magnitude of my fire. I know this might stain on me even worse, but let's do this immediately.
Yeah, you then roll your resolute without any modification. So you have to roll 15 or under. 14.
So this strikes up in a cloud of fire and brimstone, hitting him into one side. 4
in damage. Yeah, you're scorching his left shoulder pretty badly, but he doesn't seem too affected by it. He says again, and gets ready to strike.
That's fine.
He's too hungry.
Duck out of the way briefly of the flames. Ironically, I'm actually quite used to this. We have fought like this before.
Undead you have fought, absolutely.
Oh yes, and I cleave my great sword into it best I can.
Of course you do. And you have +2.
15.
Yeah, okay, you hit. Then I want to see some damage.
1d12. 12.
So what we see in this fight is that the mighty wizard Bartala happens to scorch his left shoulder, and then the mighty knight steps forth with his two-handed sword and just chops off the head, which falls over the floor, tumbling, and the corpse just falls down in a heap at your feet.
I stand there breathing. Was that it? Is it?
And then this guy comes rushing in through the door.
Oh, well done.
Thank you,
Wait.
friend. I think we have it, but what does this mean? At this point, I start looking around where it came from.
This looks like one of the skinned corpses. The glands are gone, you notice.
But does it look like Master Vernon?
No. His body you found hanging from a ceiling.
He must still be in here.
But his skin.
This doesn't have any skin, Bartola. It's already been risen. Wait. Again, you're the expert. He's a sorcerer. Did he rise?
Roll a cunning test again.
It could be that... Do you think he has minions of sorts?
Or maybe this is the first body in question that we were missing, or...
16.
Even if you fail, the fact that Orland just said what he did. Say it again, please.
Is it possible that we were missing a body? can he raise the bodies of those he's all killed before? That's a sorcery power?
I suppose.
This could be the missing body, because you examined the skin of the first victim.
Yeah.
But that was the wrong body for it. So, and this, you're not sure, but this could be the body of that skin.
Is there something missing in this room? I mean, we're looking at the corpse right now, but I'm trying not to look at the dead body. I'm looking like at the crates. Are there any marks? Because someone must be hiding in here.
That sounds reasonable. Because you start walking around holding the sunstone. And you see that up on these crates in the inner corner, someone has made a small bed with a couple of blankets up there.
Someone is living here?
Taverick, what can you see? Could you go and look?
I will climb up on the crates.
Yeah.
And I just,
rummage around
there, trying to pull it down on the floor.
Yeah, you don't need to do a very thorough search to find 2 tomes. What looks to be ritual books.
I hand them over to someone that can read.
So, Bartala, you immediately see that these are... one is for the sorcery ritual blood shrouding, which does exactly what this person has been doing. And that one looks to be from the order chapter in Kurun, which is whole other town. The second one is of the ritual break link. And it obviously belongs to the local chapter here in Thistlehold. So maybe Master of the Order has checked it out and
what does it do there? What is the...
Break link. You can sever the link between, say for instance, between you and this sunstone. To be able to use it, you have to bound to the artifact, and you have done that in order to have its help to warm yourself during the cold nights. But using break link, you can sever the chain between you and this artifact, and between you and a place, and any mystical links between
2 things. I don't see how this item comes into play, but obviously someone has... There was a reason that they went down to go after Master Verneman into his library to acquire this tome of breaking a link. But I don't know why they keep doing the blood shrouding thing and stealing the glands to try to... I don't know.
Not to mention, this clearly is their lair, but where are they now? Do we wait here for them to return? Or...
I start trying to open some crates.
Yeah.
Look at the crate in the middle of the room.
And I start to look for the blood, because we did see the blood lead in here. Yeah. Can I still see some on the ground outside the door?
It leads up, actually, up these crates first. But then you don't see them anywhere else. There's no one here now, obviously. Roll a vigilance, please.
Oh, I rolled 20.
Oh.
I'm turning my back to whatever that's there.
11, so no, I fail.
5.
Kvarek, you are pretty sure that you hear some kind of very suspicious sound coming from outside. It sounds like maybe another of these undead warriors, like a gurgling, rattling chains, and you're quite certain. You, on the other hand, you were talking about the crate on the middle of the floor. You can almost swear that you hear some kind of scream or quiver or something from that general direction.
I twisted around. I think we both kind of twist around in different directions at the same time.
Outside, I say, and move towards the door.
But I stop and I look at the...
You're so sure.
Yeah.
I start moving up a bit closer to the crate, just holding the sunstone high.
As you see, it's quite large.
Is it moving?
No, it's not moving.
I pause because I don't know whether to follow Kaverick or my friend, so I just sort of stay where I am in the middle
now,
of the room.
When you're looking at it, I mean, the floor is not clean, and you can see there are scrape marks close by.
Is everything wood here?
Not the floor, it's stone. The walls are wood.
Ori, I say, and then I use strike with fire to set the box on fire. The crate in the middle.
I guess I go out into the sort of doorway, look out into the dark streets, and then it's like a flash of fire behind me. So I turn around quickly.
You turn around quickly. Nothing happens other than the fact that it's ablaze. It's burning. It's not like anything was hiding inside it and is jumping out because it's burning. No, nothing like that.
I'm waiting then until it sort of burns out, I suppose. Or I come closer to it.
Can I check the outside while this is burning?
Yeah.
Sure.
You're moving around outside looking for that villain you heard. No, nothing. It's very quiet in this neighborhood right now.
But I'm guessing the room is being lit up a little bit more now that this isn't like...
I go to open just any crate to the side. What is even in these crates?
No, empty. This is crates that never were used from what you can see. It's like they were made new and then never used and left here by the former owner or whatever.
I'm sure I heard something. Either from the crate or somewhere down further inside the room, and you can see that I'm quite upset now.
Wait. I start looking around. I start going to the areas with the bigger piles of crates. I start trying to shift them. I'm quite a strong individual. There may be a cellar.
There might be. When this one starts to burn out, you see also the planks it's made of are shrinking, and you can see in between, there is actually a hole in the ground under it. So when you move it aside, you can see that someone has hacked a hole in the floor. So it's irregular in shape, but large enough to get down.
Kvarek, come back inside. We found...
Maybe
there's a
won't
hole.
raise your voice like that if you heard that there are sounds coming from below. Someone crying, someone sobbing, someone whining, someone growling, someone in pain, someone angry. It doesn't sound good. And you hear another voice, a softer voice, still a male voice. Is that an Ambrian lullaby?
Kvarek.
I'm coming in from outside.
Yes, below. They dug themselves a leg.
You see a faint light as if deep down as from a lantern or maybe a torch laying on the ground. If you look down here, about maybe only 1.5 meters below, you see a broken staircase, a stone case. It doesn't look at all like the architecture of the warehouse. It looks like this is more ancient. This is maybe the cellar of some ancient building that once stood in this place, and that someone now has digged their way down to.
I guess it's better we go down.
I nod and I go behind the two of you.
I will lead from behind on this one because my chainmail will already be making a bit of creaking.
You hear another sound, a third voice. Yeah, is it a voice? A humming. But this thing is different. As soon as you start hearing it, it's like it shakes the very core of your belly, of your structure, your physical structure. This is evil. You start climbing down one at a time. Who's first?
I'm first with my shield up.
Yeah. As soon as you enter the top of the stairs, you can see that there is actually a torch lying on a stone floor, very covered in stones and dirt. But within the radius of this torch, you don't see anything. Well, maybe towards the end of the room, you see something at the very outer line of the light. Feet. Yeah? That's naked feet.
I move close.
You hear the rattling of a chain again, and that humming, and the singing. Whatever these persons who are down here, they haven't taken notice of you yet. And you hear that third one, the one you heard first, the one who's constantly changing the mood from desperate to sad to angry to... There is something, and the singing, the lullaby. So, you're coming down the stairs. The torch lies about here, Here somewhere you see these feet. That humming, that you have a hard time pinpointing the direction of it.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just moving behind this point.
Are you carrying the sunstone?
Yes. But the torch is probably lighting more light than further away than what the sunstone is doing right now.
Yeah, but the lullaby stops. The feet move. Someone has obviously noted.
Yeah.
For some reason, for what I've read
not alone.
about the Break Link book, I take down the sunstone, I hold it behind my back. Now I'm getting a bit nervous. I don't know what to do.
That's a ritual, so it will take you 1 hour to perform.
Alright.
You can't break a link.
Deciding that the stealth approach has failed. We have clearly been noticed.
Someone comes walking out into the light of the torch. It must be Master Vernon looking up at you.
I say, as I feel this could be the only opportunity for this anyway before violence occurs. Listen, sir, we know not who you are or what you're doing, but we can tell you this. Very soon, the witch hunters of this town will be coming.
Oh, the person rips his skin off, and drenched in blood before you stands a young man dressed in nothing. He's totally naked, save the blood that's dripping from his body. You, as a scholar, maybe this is one of these. You have heard of them, the changelings. They are elven kind, but not really elves. He stands before you naked, covered in blood, just waiting for you to come down.
I finish my sentence off.
Yeah.
And the witch hunters will soon be at this very location.
I prefer him naked.
I need you to leave us alone. Leave us. I will take care of this. I'm taking care of him as best as I can. You don't love him. Not like I do. I will save him. I will save him. You leave.
Save who?
You see also now that you come down on this pedestal, and you're pretty sure that's where the humming comes from, is a head. A mummified head. Shriveled old mummy head with nothing but an aged crown of verdigris copper. And you're pretty sure there's life in those dead eyes. I will save him. And you hear the rattling of the chain again. It comes from behind the young man. You leave, or I will take your glands as well. You leave now. Never come back.
Is that what you're using the glands for?
You
To
leave.
revive this person?
You leave now. He backs into the shadow.
Can I tell anything from
And you hear
this?
a sound like metal scraping against the floor.
Have I reached the end of the staircase?
Yeah, you all. If you continue forth while talking to him.
Yeah. I have my sword drawn, of course, and my shield. And I look where he sort of disappeared into the darkness. But
He can't have moved more than a couple of steps back, and probably he's picked up something from the ground. The sound you heard before the rattling of the chains.
So in front of us, to the right, somewhere, there is a pedestal with a little head on it. And further along the wall in the back, where we cannot see because it's too dark, that's where we hear rattling sounds, and we see the young man disappear.
The question is, old friend, would not some reinforcements perhaps be useful here?
It killed Vernon, whatever it was, but maybe it took him by surprise.
The boy appears again, this time holding two short steel blades. Now you leave! And if you do nothing, he attacks. He throws himself forward.
I raise my blade to defend.
I move up towards him. Enough of this. Let's just kill this thing and go
He's
and have
got
a beer.
quick 13, so you are first.
I move up towards him and he swirls towards me.
Yeah.
I miss with my attack.
He dances around, quickly thrusting at you with both his swords. So please roll 2 defense 12.
Failure. And 3 is a success.
Success. So 1 hit.
Yes.
Then you roll your armor. You roll an 8. So no damage.
I
Done
blocked
to you. Your turn.
Dancing off his shields.
Yeah.
It's going very fast here. I feel like I'm
And as soon as this fight starts, you hear from where the chains were rattling.
I'm going to... I know I'm feeling a bit sickly now
Yep.
because of the corruption. I use strike with fire, which means setting things on fire, and I'm going to cast it on the old mummified head. So I just rolled for my corruption.
Yeah.
I get a 4, so I got -1.
This is not good. So, good. Then we know what you are doing. And the head is set ablaze. It's your
I
turn.
go to assist my friends, swinging my blade into this skilled man. I roll my attack. My attack is 9 and a 13, so I hit. And then I roll my d12 damage, doing 10.
You actually step forth with your bastard sword in 2 hands, striking him from his left shoulder down to his right hip, and he just pauses for a moment and falls back. His blades are probably making a clinging sound as they hit the ground, but you don't hear it. You hear...
I look to
And
Kavrik and go,
now
brace yourself,
turn
man!
A bit further from and out into the light steps a person, not naked but dressed in like rags. He looks like a man in his 60s, heavy set, muscular. He's dragging the chains behind him, and as you watch, he rips apart, and out of him claws something else. An abomination of some kind of really sick, blighted beast. He is naked, he is towering, he stands up more than 2.5 meters tall, with long bone claws aiming at you with hunger in his eyes, and his cranium is deformed. It's actually similar to the head on the pedestal that has started burning. What happens now is that I want you to roll for resolute, and you have -3, so 12 or better.
5!
You succeed.
Yes.
You feel or sense someone tugging at your mind, someone trying to bend your will, someone trying to take control of you and your actions, and you know for a fact that it's not the abomination. It's that skull trying to get inside your head, trying to dominate you, but it fails. By some heavenly divine involvement in this battle against true darkness, you manage to limit the influence of the darkness.
I feel an immense taste and cringe of my body as I use it. Everything is fighting against me using these powers. I shouldn't do this anymore, and I pull out my dagger from my belt instead. Maybe I should stop. But
so, against you comes a clearly raging abomination.
I had a head on right now.
Yeah, of course you do.
Sword and shield, and I'm trying to cut him with the sword and bash him with my shield. Push him backwards. Then I hit him, and I roll a 4 in damage.
It doesn't appear to hurt it at all.
But since I'm a shield fighter, I also hit him with the shield. I can make a test, strong versus strong, to see if I can push him down.
Yeah, -5.
Yes, I succeed. It's exactly.
So what happens? He falls back. He falls down.
Yeah.
Prone.
Bam! I hate these things.
Your turn.
what is happening with the skull? I feel like it's a battle of wills, me and against it. I feel that it's generating something towards me as it's burning.
Yeah, it's trying to dominate you.
But what happens with the flames? Does it affect it?
Yeah, it's slowly burning.
I see them fighting and it pushing it down, while I feel that there's simultaneously a fight going on here, and I say, Ori, it's trying to take control of me! And I run towards the skull and try to pierce it with my dagger, hack at it.
You don't have to roll to hit, but you can roll the damage with your dagger. Oh, 6. Yeah, you actually pierce the cranium.
As it's burning at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm like, going
Exactly.
around it. Yes.
I roll a 1, meaning I just go before, and I once again just say, "Cover, good! Go for its legs, its head! Bartola, get out of here! Just take care of yourself!" And I get myself ready.
Yeah.
I don't attack, but now we all have an extra 1d4 damage against this creature.
He stands up. He can do nothing except stand up this turn.
Well, I imagine it's tell us like a slow lumber.
But you are his target for foreseeable future.
I see the beast starting to regain itself already, and I ready myself, but...
So, but now, the skull. Again, Bartala, roll resolute -5.
19.
Okay, that's very, very interesting. Right, next turn.
Yes, well, the creature stands up before me, towering up above us. But me and Orlan are standing on each side, flanking him. And I'm going for the legs now, since Orlan said. So I'm moving in, chopping with my sword towards the legs, and will try to bring him down once more. I want him down on the ground. And I hit because, but my damage... No, I roll 2. But I will see my strength versus strength. And I throw him to the ground again with my shield. So I go for the legs, I chop at his legs, and then bash him
to the ground again. Alright, after you, it's your turn, Bartala. So, you're under the influence of the long dead Symbarian king, Hurian Lu Apak. You attack him. Please do. With your brimstone cascade.
I do not know what is happening, but my body twists and turns around the skull, and out from my hand flings fire towards Kvarek. I rolled 13 versus my resolute 15. I miss, yes.
Over the lips of what used to be Bartala comes the speech of something ancient, something long since dead, as flames strike out.
I guess I'm a bit surprised since I'm sort of diving down to escape the attack from Bartala.
So, the creature prone beneath me, does that mean I get a bonus to just driving my greatsword down into its head?
You get +2 to hit.
+2.
Again, so it's +4. And then you get, or 1d4 in damage. You hit.
That's a hit.
It's
I
hit.
try and drive my sword down into its head.
Yeah. So, and you roll 1d4 and your damage die. So 1d12 and 1d4.
5.
You miss the head, hurting the floor more and your sword more than him. So, next turn. The skull has gone silent. But now someone else is humming. And it's your former friend, Bartala. You're first.
Can I knock her out without killing her? Yes.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I will just move up to her and hit her over the head with my shield. And just hope that she sort of passes out, because I think that...
Having almost not paid too much attention to any of that, I look up and see. I'm like, what? Bartala, no! What is going on?
11. I hit with my shield.
Right. You try to knock out.
Yeah, I try to knock her. I don't want to... I'm good at knocking people to the ground with my strong, of course. Yeah. But my goal is sort of to knock her out.
I'm afraid you have to do better than that. But deal damage.
Well, I guess I will deal with the shield damage.
Yeah.
So I will do 3 damage. And I don't knock you to the ground. The beast.
Okay.
Sadly.
Oh.
So
you stumble backwards, or not you, but King Hurian Lu Apak, the old demon king, stumbles backwards, and it's actually his turn. But you do another brimstone cascade against Quick.
18.
18, you miss again. So the brimstone cascade keeps glowing in the wall.
So I look to the skull. Does the skull now look just a dead, flaming skull?
Yeah, it burns.
I don't know what to do.
Yeah, but decide quick.
Yes, I need to strike again at this beast now standing. And
Yeah,
again,
he's standing. He's ready to counterattack.
I hit for 4. I roll
You
10.
managed to cut a deep slash in his side, but he still comes for you. And I want you to roll defense -5.
Not today.
Not
7.
today. So his claws tear into you, and you roll your armor, and he actually deals 12 minus
6.
So 6 in toughness damage, and then comes the second attack. And you have to roll a 1 again, dear Orlan, or you will succumb to this blight beast.
I don't. Roll a 1.
10 in damage, roll your armor. Do you feel life slipping away?
I do.
Yeah, you do.
8.
8, okay, so 2 more in damage. Do you have anything left? Yeah.
7.
You're still standing.
I'm getting irritated. I was about to get paid a lot of silver for this job. And now there are sorcerers and demons and books with text and things that I don't like. I realize that I need to hit this creature that was Bartala a bit harder to make her go down. So I do as Orlan says, I go for the legs, but with my sword. I'll fight this time. And I hit.
Yeah. And you deal
7. I make a following shield bash, because I think that the first there will sort of perhaps go off the robe. But then I will shield bash for 3 and hit you to the ground.
And
Yeah, you remove all the shield.
so 3 in damage. You are now at 4. Cool.
And prone.
And prone. Yeah, you're toppled to the ground.
So I beat you, I cut the leg, topple you on the ground, and put my foot on your chest. Stay down!
Bartala, you will try to control him. So you roll resolute. So -5, you have to roll 5 or under. No. So you're under the influence of the long dead Symbaroum king called Bartala at the moment. Your turn.
So, in the few seconds I have to make a choice, I will look to my former friend and also to Kavarak. Is there any indication in the few seconds, like, do I see a sort of hand going up and Kavarak sort of slumping? Anything at all that implies he's gone?
Yeah, he looks like more or less paralyzed where he stands. You realize this is quickly slipping away from you.
Yes,
Do you want to live?
I do.
Do you want to die?
And primarily, my main concern, because I am now filled with such misery, such woe, is that if all of us die here, no one will know what is even happening. The town... No, I run. I run as fast as I can up the stairs. Throwing down my sword...
The Knight of the Queen's Guard throws his stuff and just tries to run away from an abomination. And thing is, he get an opportunity attack as you pass him by. So please roll -5. You know you need to roll a 1.
Nope.
No, you don't. And then you roll your armor.
7.
7. Okay, so 5 in damage. You're still standing.
Yes, I am.
And starts running away. And hence ends the saga of the Flayer and the mark of the beast. With King Hurian Lu Apak of the late Symbaroum kingdom possessing the body of Bartala, the order wizard, soon accompanied by a mind-controlled barbarian warrior named Kvarek. Their hunt will have nothing to do with the brave Queen's Guard Orland, who probably runs away to try to establish his own house somewhere far from Thistlehold and the events that will take place there in the following days.
If I ran, I would have obviously tried to summon the guards, summon the bloody witch hunter.
Yeah.
Am I right in probably guessing that by the time help even comes, no one is now here?
When you run, you are stalked and followed by a 7 or 8 feet tall raving abomination that will start wreaking havoc in the inside Halaban's ring, and the town's watchmen will not have the time to notice how this little wizard woman and her barbarian friend sneaks away into the forest of Davokar.
Indeed. All I do that night is try and live.
Yeah.
That's all I do. And when I finally have a moment to myself, I weep.
You have listened to an episode of Red Moon Roleplaying where we played The Mark of the Beast for Symbaroum. Symbaroum is published by our friends at Free League Publishing. Our game master was Mattias Johnsson Haake, and we were also joined by Petter Nallo from Helmgast. The music was created by Halgrath and used with permission from their label Cryochamber. Check them out at cryochamber.bandcamp.com and their YouTube channel for more amazing dark ambient. We also used the official Symbaroum intro by the Iron Pact Orchestra. We've also utilized a number of sound effects from freesound.org. Extra special thanks go to Tom Murr for helping us to edit this session. Thank you. We would like to give massive thanks to our champions of the Red Moon, Martin Heuschober, Nastasia Raulerson, Simon Cooper, and David, for their generous support. And we would of course like to thank all of our other patrons. Without your support, the show would not be possible. If you want to support our work, please check us out on Patreon. You can get access to bonus campaigns for Cult Divinity Lost and Coriolis there, as well as get early and raw access to all of our recordings. You can also hear your name read on the show as a champion of the Red Moon, as well as play Cult with us. Most importantly, that support is what keeps the show going, so do check us out there. Thank you again for listening, and see you soon again.